Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have 3 Glam tower block DIYs. For the first DIY you need 79 blocks, which is 2 boxes of tower blocks and some wood glue. And I am putting together 7 sets of 4 tower blocks glued end to end. Now I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to stand one on its side, and if there is you want to have the straight side that was against the ruler when you made it, the one facing up. And then I'm going to put the next one lying flat on its back, and then the next one is going to be on its side, and I'm going to repeat that until I have glued them all together. And you need to make 4 of these because it's going to be a planter, and obviously it has 4 sides. If you want, you can add more tower blocks and make it taller, or you can make it shorter, and you can also make it wider if you wanted a much wider planter. And I'm just making a square for the base, and I want the base to sit inside the planter, but if you wanted it to, and it doesn't quite fit properly, I'll show you later on in the video, you can always put extra row of tower blocks all the way around and have it on the very bottom of the planter, and then you would see the base obviously. So I'm just gluing it together now. I'm just using some extra tower blocks to hold it together. The base to be hidden on this, but it would look just as good if you did put a bigger base on the bottom. I'm just going to keep gluing the tower blocks on. You could use hot glue for this part if you wanted it to hold together straight away. So you can see there is a gap, and that's why I needed these extra tower blocks. But then once it's all dry, it's fine, it's not going to come apart. You're going to put plant in there, so you won't even notice that. And then I put them to hold the sides together. I painted it with some flat black spray paint. And here are some mirror tiles. I will link them down below in the description box. I got them from Amazon, and I'm just using some Dollar Tree fix-all glue because they are self-adhesive, but I don't know how long the glue will last, so I'm putting that on first for a more permanent hold. And this is how it turned out. Of course, you don't have to put mirror tiles, you could just stain this. You could put the mirror tiles in between the parts that are sticking out. You can also spray it silver, you can make it any colour you want. You can put rhinestones on, you can do that with any of my tower block DIYs. For this DIY you need 128 blocks, which is 2 boxes, and some wood glue. The base of this is going to be a tray. It is 11 blocks high and 5 blocks across, and I'm just going to glue them all together. I like to put them together like this first because then you can fit them in better and then take out any that are bigger or smaller and try and get a best rectangle that you can. As you know, the blocks are not all the same size. I pushed them too hard there. Yeah, just make sure you squeeze them all together, and you can always take a hand sander and sand down the edges if there's blocks sticking out. On mine there is one, but I don't have a hand sander. I should buy one. But yeah, you can make it more smooth by doing that. So here it is, and I'm turning it over because I want the flat side to be the top of the base of the tray. And I'm making 2 sets of 5 tower blocks glued end to end. And then I'm making 2 sets of 3 tower blocks glued end to end. And then I am going to glue those together. And I am making sure the outside edge of this is the tower blocks that were against the ruler when I put them together, because that is the smoothest side. And I made sure these blocks were all the same size, and I'm just gluing 2 in each corner. And I needed them to be same size because I'm going to glue the other piece on the top. I wanted to do some Glam tower block DIYs just to give you guys more ideas on what you can do with the tower blocks. You can use the rhinestone stickers from Dollar Tree. You can use bling wrap or the diamond bling. And yeah, if you like bling better, then you can put any of that stuff on these. If you don't like black, you can paint them silver or gold, whatever colour you like best. And just making sure that the edges of the tower block are all flush. I'm just going to glue some half beads on the bottom, and I put them in a wee bit because I don't want them to be seen. I sprayed it with some flat black spray paint, and I am using the mirror tiles again. Just measure how many you need, and then you can fold them over and then cut them with an X-Acto blade. And I was going to do one row of the mirror tiles on this, but I think 2 look better. It is a little bit bigger than the width of the tower block, but you can't notice once they're all on. I'm just adding on the fix-all glue with a craft stick. So the mirror tiles are not exactly the same length as the going across that part of the tray. So if it bothers you seeing the black corners, you could always paint them silver and then it'll be less noticeable. But it doesn't bother me, so I just left them. Also, if you painted it silver, you wouldn't notice that either. So just measuring and cutting down the middle parts now, and then I'll do the rest off camera, but I do it the same thing around each side. You can always put mirror tiles along the top, along those inside corner bits. You can just do whatever you like and make it your own. I don't have anything to style the Glam to style this with. For this DIY you need 66 blocks, which is just 1 box of tower blocks, and some wood glue. Now I'm just making a square like I did for the first DIY, and then I'm going to put the tower blocks around it, which is what you can do for the first DIY as well if you wanted to make the base bigger. I'm just going to glue 1 row of tower blocks around the outside of this square. Just make sure you squeeze it all together and then wipe away any excess glue. That tower block was a bit short, so you can always just swap them out and fit a bigger one or a smaller one if you need to. And here I am making a square with 8 tower blocks. I actually show you 2 in the next clip, but I ended up making 3 altogether because I changed how I was going to make this lantern. So I had to make sure all these blocks that I'm gluing on the corners were all the same size. This packet, well, these couple of packs that I got from Dollar Tree, usually the blocks aren't too bad. There'll be like 1 or 2 smaller ones, but there was a lot of smaller ones in this one. And ones with like a kind of angled, one of the ends was angled, so we couldn't stick them So So I'm just gluing these in the corners like I did the last DIY. And then I'm going to glue one of those squares on top of that. I'm going to make sure that all the tower blocks that are standing up are flush with that square on the top. And then I'm going to repeat this again. I'm making sure all these blocks were the same size. And then once I put this piece on, I did put something heavy on top until the glue set up before I moved on to the next part. And that's what it's looking like. So you could stop there if you wanted. And now I'm just doing the next layer. Just doing the exact same thing as I did for the last two. If you guys make any of my DIYs, I would love to see. You can either tag me on my Bonnie Bling's Instagram or send me a message on it with a picture. Don't go on it all the time. I go on it when I post pictures of my DIYs, but I don't go on there every day, so I will see it eventually and get back to you. But some people have already sent me pictures, and I love when they've taken inspiration and change it up a bit. I love seeing other people's ideas. So that's the last piece. You can make it taller if you want to. And then I'm going to put something heavy on it until it sets up. And this is how it looks. I'm just putting some half beads on the bottom for feet. I spray it with the flat black spray paint. So I'm just going to glue on the mirror tiles, just doing the same thing as I did before. I did have to buy 2 packs of mirror tiles to make all these DIYs, but if you're just making one of them, then 1 pack is enough. I needed the second pack to make this third DIY, so the first pack that I bought covered the other 2 DIYs. You could put it on the inside of those corners as well, that would look nice, or even just on those parts, and then you can put it on the tops of all the levels. It's up to you really what you want to do. I'll just show you me sticking on a few of the tiles, and then obviously I did them on all sides, and I'll do the rest off camera. And then when you cut them, you can easily match them up with whatever tiles you've already stuck down. And this is how it turned out. I'm not sure if I like this one or the first one the best. Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. Do you like the black with the mirror tiles, or would you do another colour? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye!